Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go from Tampa. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go. Ready.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. This ball complete to Trey Palmer. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Track 60. Ready.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Cup 19, Buffalo 18.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 24-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Now back to the ground game with White. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Ready.
He'll look to throw. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he is going to have a Bucs first down. He needed 5. He got it barely as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
Panther 60.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Ready.
They run straight ahead here with White. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down.
Check out.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rashad White. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go now. Ready.
On the the ground. Here's the 4th-round pick from Maples draft. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
19 tight. 19 tight. Go.
From the gun, it's Manning. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Now Manning. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bucs are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things
to the right side and intercepted. Room here to run. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
79 Broncos.
Now Manning. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Raiders are an extra point away from evening this one up. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Let's go. Check go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking middle, and that's complete. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Trey Palmer, 64 yards. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after here coming up. And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
Ready up.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated grooves. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's going to wind up getting this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 25-yard line.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Hut, hut.
Manning going to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
On the ready. Hut.
Throwing is Manning. Being chased out left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders have come back to make it a 2-point game. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Bronco 80. Check out.
First down, here's White. Down to about the 45. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. We are in for a good one as we're through one.
double.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mendoza working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 32-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Mendoza. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
60 by
Not
6,
liking the
60
look.
by
They'll
6.
change the play.
Hut, hut.
Now a first carry here for their running back. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Ready.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Ready, ready.
They'll stay on the ground with Irving. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
3 tight ends up front here. 3rd and goal.
Warrior 70. Rig alert. Rig alert. Check go.
Back to throw. Mendoza to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
And this one is right through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
Let's go. Ready.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. He's still on his feet, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A big play there. 73 yards, and the Raiders have taken the lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last
65,
time they got
get
3
down.
points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily
Ready?
done.
Set up.
Back to throw now on first down. It's caught by Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back
Here we
plays.
go, here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Hot, hot.
Looking to throw. Mendoza. That'll be taken in downfield by Godwin. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Chris Godwin, 46 yards. And the Bucs have retaken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And I think the ball's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Defensively, well done to jar that free. I'll tell you what, though, offensively, he's got to be lucky after the catch and the fumble that didn't go too far away from him.
And the way the football is shaped, it's not built to bounce true, is it? It can squirt in any direction and move.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
On the set.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
Yeah, not the case.
not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense,
Here we go,
but you always
set.
feel better about seeing
19,
defense because you think
18.
defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and
Let go.
goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Back to throw. Mendoza. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 19. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense.
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Dalton Schultz from 19 yards away. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
Ready up.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 4.
Now a handoff up the middle.
Norton. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
19 line. Set up. Ready.
They go play action here on first down. That's caught out right by Jennings. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
On the ready.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Set. Ready, ready.
Up the middle they go. It's Norton. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They need to make up some ground, and they did.
Trap 60. Trap 60. Set go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Dragon 60. Go.
They'll set up to throw. Dancing to his left. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage.
On the jump.
But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Ready, ready. Ready.
2nd and 2. Forced out to his left. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Their mobile, agile quarterback in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is down to 4.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Okay, ready. Here we go. Here we go.
Now
Mendoza. A final shot before break. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of his first half of play. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And his throw is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Set. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 19 tight. 19 tight. Hut, hut.
They'll look to throw here.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football.
And it looks like the defense has got it.
And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Panther 60. Let's go now.
To throw is Mendoza. Throwing to start the drive.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. First down Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive.
60 Eagles,
Scheme,
60
design, execution.
70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Ready.
Looking to throw. Mendoza. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And that ball popped free. We could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Street. 79 Broncos.
Back to throw. Mendoza. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field. We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that'll make this a 7-point game.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this third quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just been impatient and forced the ball a little bit. In any event, as you noted, back-to-back interceptions thrown.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Let's go.
Once again, it's Irving.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
19 Tiger. Hut, hut.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he?
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Dalton Schultz ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Bucs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And not willing to risk a return, this ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a
And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Set go.
Operating from the gun, Mendoza. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schultz. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Go.
Looking to throw. Mendoza. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Pushing his way through. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Bucky Irving.
29 yards.
And the Buccaneers take a 3-touchdown lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Second and long. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack.
And how about this, a fake? And this is caught. But he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs.
I know, without even asking, without even looking in your direction, that you are not a fan of that call.
Oh, I wish you had looked, Brandon, because I was actually thinking this would be the perfect time for a fake.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. This deep in your own territory. Look, I'm all for being unconventional. That part's cool, and I get it. But this deep, I just don't think it was the right time to make that call. And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how. When they run their routes.
43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Check go.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Set. Ready.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. Second and 14.
Let's go. Go.
Completes it to Coleman. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up.
Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down.
Go. Cougar 19.
He'll drop to throw. Three quarters in the books. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports.
Ready up.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Ready. Bronco 80. Hot.
A run up the middle with Irving. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Ready.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Buccaneers have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Strong running at the 30.
And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play.
Ready.
Straight ahead, it's Irving.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Check go.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 8.
Ready.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here from 28 yards out. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And certainly this, not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still plenty to watch for in this 4th quarter. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas.
52 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7.
Seven Pirates. Go.
Shotgun now for Manning. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants...
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is down to 24. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the 1st down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right, if it's college football.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Check go.
Now back to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level. We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw again. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And all the way down to the 10-yard line.
Viking 18, Hawk 70, Hawk 7, go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown. from 10 yards out. And the Raiders get a bit closer. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And the lead is down to 20. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Oh, it's loose, and the Raiders have it. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Steps away to his left. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
A three-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you.
Under pressure, and down he goes. It's second back at the 36. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down.
Buffalo 18. Ready?
And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Come on, set. Ready?
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Check go.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.